Hi everyone, I just thought I'd do a quick video off the back of so many negative PR messages in regards to receivership closure, CVAs and the like. And I do wonder, are we dealing with the symptom, or looking at the symptom and not the cause of the issue? And I wondered, have we lost the art of service within retail and in services as well? The business has become, over the last 15 years, so focused on productivity. So for example, if you every 100 grand you make, you get 6 grand towards your payroll. And what we've seen is that things like that being capped. So you do, it's capped at 200 grand, you do 300 grand, and this is where you're going to stores and you question why on earth there is no one on tills, because they simply don't have the budget. And it's counterproductive, and this is where I think the financiers don't necessarily have the experience to make the right decision, in my view. So productivity, I'm not sure, is the be-all and end-all, and I don't think it should determine things. I think service is something that will and can drive retail forward. And also I think it's important to recognise, from me as a retailer, is that the touch point between product and customer, or service and customer, is the critical element. You get that wrong, so you invest in your stores and your layout and your design and your marketing, and then the most important part you skimp on, i.e. you don't train, develop, motivate your team, you're dead in the water. In my stores, and I can give you an example where I managed a store in Halford, was my first store. It was in Dorking, pretty awful actually, the store. It was dark and dingy. God, yeah, it was a bit of a mess. However, I couldn't change the environment, I couldn't change the products, but what I could change is how we performed as a company, or as a store. And I had a policy of what we called a total interaction, so everyone that came in was acknowledged with a good morning, good afternoon. As they approached product, we would ask them, who is it for, them, a friend, otherwise. But more than that, we would understand our business, so we'd understand things like our average basket, conversion rates. We would look at how many products per basket, and then we would use these as key indicators to drive our sales upwards. And I repeatedly did this in Clapham and a number of other places where I was hitting 20, 25, 30% growth. Now the store didn't change, the product certainly didn't change, it was us. So I think there's a real opportunity there. And us, I think, as commercialisation companies and as shopping centre teams, asset teams and centre teams, I think have a role to play in terms of driving this. So things like surveys on service in stores, so going into stores and checking and validating the quality of the service that's offered, I think is really important. And we need to start to go back to doing that. That's the thing that differentiates retail in terms of bricks and mortar to internet. That's the thing you can fight them on. They can't do service. They can make it quick, they can make it efficient, but they cannot do service. And we're quite loyal, or can be quite loyal, to the right sorts of companies. But when companies lose their way and then service becomes compromised, we quite easily lose it. So look, I think there is an opportunity for us to get this right. I think there's an opportunity to improve on service in the industry. For us as a company, service is paramount. Not always, I tend to look at the business from a very sort of out and up perspective and look at where we need to be in the next couple of years, but it's all driven around service, about how do I do a better job for the clients, how do I make our reports, our regular reports, fit with their reports, how do I ensure that they feel informed, cared for, that we understand the schemes on the ground. That's why we run that model. It's not because I just simply want to be a bit different. I think it's the way to do it. We don't have 20 schemes ahead, we have 5. So yes, is it more expensive? Absolutely, but I think it's the way to do it. And I think service in our industry, as well as in every other industry, is important. And I think retail has lost its way. So I guess in summary, I think there's a lot more we can do as companies. I think there's opportunities for us to train our retailers better, particularly our smaller retailers, where they don't necessarily get the love and care from their regional managers who have 30, 35 stores a person. And there's an opportunity to help them understand the basics of tracking sales, tracking what products are selling, what's not, and also just serving customers in a more positive way. So I think there's a massive opportunity for us. I don't think retail is anywhere near dead. Statistically, bricks and mortar is still pretty strong. It's just that we have more taxes to pay, and we could go on about business rates all day, but there's only so much we can influence. But what we can do is change how we serve people. So I think we can be better. I think retail is a wonderful and truly fantastic business. I am honoured to be a part of it and have been for a number of years, and I think there's a great opportunity for us to do more. Would love to hear thoughts and ideas on that. Would love to or have conversation with Revo about maybe some things that we can do with it, but there's a big opportunity. Anyway, I will keep going on about this, but retail is not dead, it's evolving. Have a great day.